Welcome, everyone. This is True Lessons in Motion podcast. I remain your humble boy, Michael Abanye. Today, I want to quickly share something with you. Now, have you wondered why some people work so hard, diligently, but there is no result to show for it? While there are some that don't work as much as hard as they do, but they have access to quality information and recommendation. And as a result, they achieve more results than the one that work hard, but no result to show for it. That is exactly what we're about to discuss today. Today, we are looking at how to build the right network that can change your finances. And this is promised going to be really an awesome section. I'm excited already to have you here today. Thank you very much for joining us. Today, we are looking at if you can hear me clearly, type it in the comment section. So you can hear. I want to be sure the network is not really quite friendly today. If you can hear me, I think we can progress. Now, sometimes there's a story I want to quickly share with you. Please, if you can hear me clearly, I want to be sure you can hear me. All right, good. So let's commence, please. Now, there is a story I want to share with you. There's a story of two lawyers. One a senior lawyer, then the other a junior lawyer. Good. If you can hear me clearly, please just have in the comment section. So before we had some network glitch, we're talking about how to build finances. And we talked about a story about a junior lawyer that had an encounter with a highly successful senior lawyer. And through his encounter, and people seeing him with the senior lawyer, he was able to start attracting brief just from that single network of him being connected to the senior lawyer. Now, that is how life is. Most of the time, it's not as a result of effort, it's as a result of positioning yourself to the right set of network. One of the things I do tell people is this: two poor people cannot help themselves. If you are going to succeed, now don't get me wrong, I'm not against poor people. We went through that state myself. But if you are going to break through in your career, in your finances, in your business, you must deliberately, intentionally connect strategically. You must connect strategically. Very, very important. You must connect strategically. And that's exactly what we're going to look at today. So today I'll be looking at how your circle controls the information you hear. How your circle controls the information that you hear. This is very, very important. Because most of the time, quality information that will help you in your career, in your finances, in your business is not easily accessible in the public. It's not. I learned this the hard way. Now, have you wondered why Femi Otedola keeps networking with Dangote strategically? This is very, very important. So, as a business person, as an intrapreneur, you must have it at the back of your mind that the circle of friends, the circle I find myself determines how far I will go in my business or in my career. Very, very important. And most of the time, I tell people this a lot. Now, as an intrapreneur, someone working in an organization, even as a business person, there are people you look up there that you want to connect with as a mentor. Then you must be strategic in approaching them. Most of the time, these people are busy, very, very busy. So, how do you get into their circle? That's what we're about to learn today. Look at this. How your circle controls the information you hear. Very, very important. Actually help me towards the journey or towards where I want to go in my career or in my business. This thing is very, very important. Now look at this. Your circle controls the information. Never mind. The light will come up shortly. Just some network glitches. Now your finances will never rise beyond the quality of information in your circle. Can you see this? Very, very critical. Now, in Nigeria and Africa, many opportunities come through people before they go public. Quality information that will help you in your journey, in your career, in your business, in your finances, is not easily accessible in the public. And that is why you see most of the time the multi-millionaires click. They have their clicks. The multi-billionaires, they have their click. This is very, very important. So you must understand how these things work. So most of the time when I see people talking about why they are not getting a particular result, why things are actually challenging for them. No, it's as a result of your network. So today I'm putting it to you. Sit down and analyze the group of friends you have, the circle of friends you have, and ask yourself genuinely, how has this network helped me? How has this network helped me? Very, very critical. Now look at it. In Nigeria and Africa, many opportunities come through people before they go public. Can you see that? Many opportunities come through people before they go public. This is very, very important. So that is why in Nigeria, in Africa, whatever it is you are doing, you must be deliberate about the kind of network, circle of friends you find yourself. You cannot be in a circle of people that always complain of how things are bad. The truth of the matter is we're not saying things are good, but you must be intentional about being a circle of people that see possibilities in the midst of the problems. This thing is very, very important. Now look at it. Your circle shapes your mindset. Your circle shapes your mindset, decisions, and direction. Very important. The circle of friends that you have shapes your mindset, your decisions, and your direction. So that is why, as a business person, as an entrepreneur, sometimes you need to sit down and ask yourself, this circle of friends I have, this circle I'm into, is it actually helping me grow, or is it actually killing my morale or killing my growth? You must intentionally assess yourself. This thing is very, very critical. Now look at it. Better information leads to better opportunities and better finances. My brothers, my sisters, information that will transform your finances, that will transform your business, that will transform your career is not accessible in the public. And that is why you must be deliberate about the kind of network you choose to be in. Very, very critical. You must be. You must be. Now look at it. Change your circle, change your financial future. So the moment you understand that the circle of where you are is not actually helping you grow, you must be deliberate. You only have one life to live. You must live it well. And that is why on a monthly basis, on a quarterly basis, on a yearly basis, you must do what is called self-assessment. Look at the network you have. Humorous, my wife told me something very funny. He said, here in Nigeria, if you don't have family and friends that can raise 2 million naira for you on the spot when there's an emergency, please don't look for trouble. Have you seen the reason why most millionaires, most billionaires are deliberate about their network? So these are the things you really need to ask yourself. What kind of network do you have? Type in the comment section, what type of network do you have? This thing is very, very important because your network determines how far you go. Very critical. Your network determines how far you go. This thing is very, very important. Now, the second thing I want to look at today is now you don't begin to look like somebody that is being pitied. No. To attract the right network that will transform your finances, your business, your career, you cannot afford to look like someone who is being pitied. No. There's a language these people have. And you must understand how to speak. So I want to ask you today, what circle of friends, what circle are you currently in? The circle, the network you are in matters. Very important. And while you are trying to connect deliberately, strategically to people of high network, you must ask yourself this question. You cannot afford to look pitiable. You cannot afford to look like someone who is in their need of help. You may have the help. You may need help, truly, genuinely, so to say. But you keep that to yourself. You need to first what give value. The place of high net worth is a place of value exchange. When you want to connect strategically with them, you must ask yourself, what value do I have to give? You don't appear to someone of value, of success, empty handed. No matter how wealthy you feel they are, you must be deliberate about strategically networking with them. Now, let me share a story with you quickly. Now, there was a time in my business, in my property business, that I was actually trying to network with some certain set of high net worth individuals. Then I realized that the easiest way, in case you are watching us live now, to network to high net worth individuals is to connect strategically with their wives. Once you can, and you know the funniest thing, not quite long, not quite long, the wife visited my office. And get to my office, you saw what I do. I said, wow, so you're into property management? Okay, okay, no problem, no problem. It's okay, it's okay. It's okay. We'll get back to you. We'll get back to you. I never knew. And guess what happened? Through just visiting her, visiting the husband in the office, but I was more strategic, focusing on the wife because I want to have them as a mentor, not because I needed something or I needed help, but I would just want to network strategically with them because they are high net worth individuals. Now, I never knew that we're actually having a massive project that they're working on. And guess what? When the husband was about to look for someone within the line of my business, guess what? Through the wife, I was able to get a job. And that was one of our major big business. Just from a simple networking. Visiting the wife at times in the office, you know, just going there with a gift. So sometimes when I look at young people today, you want to go and visit someone you call your mentor, you're going there with empty hand. And the next thing some of them will say that he's richer now, he's a rich man. How will I turn into the one that is full? How will I turn water into a drum that is full? Sometimes I laugh. They didn't get it. You must learn to give up for you to want to come up. Sometimes these people, they are not even interested in your gift, but they are interested in the act, your mind. For you to even have it at the back of your mind that visiting them, coming with a gift, it speaks volume to them. And guess what? Anytime they have a particular thing in line with your business, guess who will they call? You are the first person they will think of because you have been able to connect strategically. You say, sir, that man is richer than me. Sometimes I will laugh. You don't get it. This man can afford whatever it is you are going to give to him, but it's a sign that you are trying to connect strategically with him, that you hold this person in high esteem. That's what it means. So don't appear beggarly in the sight of a high net worth individual. It's an error. It's an error. I see this a lot. You don't. No matter the challenge, you don't appear beggarly. Be strategic. What they understand is value exchange, is mutual benefits. It's called mutually beneficial. It must be mutually beneficial. Now look at it. Stop looking for helpers. Become valuable. People don't recommend need. Can you see that? They recommend value. I just share my story with you. I was going to this high net worth individual's wife office. I was going there each time I visit there just because I'm trying to connect. I go there with a gift. It is not the amount of the gift that matters. It is the reference and the respect and the heart at which you bring that gift that matters. And guess what? These people, they don't forget. They appreciate every little thing. Now look at it. Bring value first. I just share myself with you. Don't enter relationships only looking for money or favor. Now, sometimes when people are struggling, this may just be the reason. You don't go to your place of your beneficiary. And trustworthy. Your consistency what builds trust, and trust open doors. So connecting with high net worth individual is all about what? Being consistent in giving value, being consistent in your service, being consistent in your place of business. This is very important. Because I've always said this, and I'll keep saying this. People first what? Size you before they price you. People what? Size you before they price. Never you forget this. This is very or the other. But there are also some set of people that when they put a call through to it, these are people that don't even call you most of the time. Once they call you, even see their missed call. Maybe eventually you could not pick and you missed their call, you will quickly return back the call because you know that this person is someone of value. Can you see that? Now, why is it like that? Have you experienced that before, my audience? This thing is very, very important. That is why you don't appear beggarly. You don't appear like someone who is in dear need of help. You must say what? Give value. Become valuable. Become productive. Very, very critical. Now look at it. Keep improving. Invest in your skills and knowledge. Stay relevant and stay ahead. And this is one thing I will tell our young people. Now, many a times our young graduates will graduate from school and they've graduated for let's say 2, 3, 4, 5 years. And you ask some of them, what skill have you learned? Some of them will say, no, I have my BS, I'm a graduate. How sometimes I will laugh. No, 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 no. The world we live in today, you must develop skills. Yes, education is important. Yes, your master's, your PhD is important. Yes, your certification is important. But you must also be deliberate about what developing the right set of skills that is needed in the 21st century. Very, very critical. So you must keep improving and keep what? Evolving. Very important. Because most of the time, information is key. I always say this: there are no special men anywhere. We only have men with special information that were able to do extraordinary things as a result of the information at their disposal. And that is most of the time is tied to the network or the circle of network that they have. This is very important. And that is why the information you have matters. Dr. Lumide Mane will always say something. Dr. Lumide Mane will always say, he said, if you know better, you do better. That's true. What you don't know, you don't know. What you know, you know. So that is why, as we try to connect with high net worth individuals, you must be strategic because the information you need to progress in that your career, in that your business, boils down to the network you find yourself. A lot of times, is tied to the kind of network you find yourself. Very critical. And that is why you must be deliberate. Type in the comment section, I will be deliberate. I will be deliberate about the kind of network I find myself. This is very, very important. Now look at this. Number 3 says, better information leads to better opportunities and better finances. So the quality of information at your disposal determines how far you go. Look at this. Better information leads to better opportunity finance. Can you see now? More opportunities. The right information opens doors others don't see. The world will for now, my friend, I was able to what? Get access to that privileged information. So privileged information does not come cheap. It comes as a result of strategically positioning yourself in the right circle. Very, very critical. If you can hear me, please type in the comment section. I can hear you. We with people who will share, create opportunities, and help you grow. This is very important. So you must be strategic. Business with you. This is very important. So that is why in your place of business, ask yourself, how reliable are you? Because high net worth individuals are looking for reliable people. Reliable people. This thing is very important. So you must begin to what? Ask yourself genuinely, how reliable am I? Can people trust me? Can people rely on me? Because sometimes the circle of high net worth individual is what is completely heavily dependent on trust. That's how it works. I know sometimes when people complain, these rich people, they don't want to help the poor. Financial doors. Build credibility, consistent actions, and honest communication build lasting trust. Can you see now? You can are in your churches, they are in your mosque, they are in your community. Question: when trying to network with them, are you networking with them because of what will benefit alone from them? If that is your mindset, that's a wrong way of going about it. To network with high net worth individuals, you must be strategic. You must be what? Bring value to the table. Value is the currency of high net worth individuals. This thing is very, very important. I'm excited sharing with you today. Never mind, we have some network glitches. I hope you got value from today's session. If you got value, please type it. I got value from today's session. So that is one of the reasons how we can build the right network that can what change our finances. Very, very critical. This is very, very critical. I'm excited having you here today. Once again, I want to thank you very much for joining us. If you are getting value from today's session, don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Here, we're a community of what? Helping you to start businesses, grow your business, scale your business, and of course, create wealth. If that sounds like what you're doing, never forget, hit the subscribe button now so that we can learn and grow together. Never forget, no one lives long enough to make all the mistakes. We learn from those ahead. Thank you for joining us in today's live session. I remain your humble boy, Michael Abanye. See you in the next episode. Bye for now.